of these people in my life acting berserk. I'm feeling all pissed off and hurt. I need to know if I am the jerk. Oh, am I the jerk?
Okay, are you a jerk for how you go to the bathroom? Well, somebody's being called out in their email. It says, I was hanging out with a girl that I met, and we went back to chill at her place. Everything's going great till I go to the bathroom. When I came out, she was looking at me confused and upset and said, were you just peeing standing up in my bathroom? I thought she was joking, so I kind of laughed. I'm like, yeah. And apparently that was the wrong move because she went off on me.
What?
Like, you know how disgusting and disrespectful that is to come to a girl's place and stand up and pee all over her bathroom? I was shocked.
Did you get it everywhere?
Said no. Said I thought it was fine. It was just like normal. There wasn't anything all over the walls, not on the floors, nothing like that. But she was accusing me of that. She said, you just don't even see that kind of stuff. It gets everywhere. She's like, doesn't everybody know that you need to sit down to pee? So then she asked me to leave, and that was pretty much it. It clearly was not going to go anywhere, but I just thought that was kind of a odd thing. Is she an extreme germaphobe, or is this actually a thing now? Will somebody else call me out when I go to their bathroom and stand up to pee? And by the way, it's kind of weird that she was listening that intently.
Yeah, I would never be listening to any house guest.
I try to not listen to anybody go to the bathroom.
Dude, you dodged a bullet on this one.
Yeah, you're
This
good.
girl sounds nutty, and you don't ask a stranger to sit when they pee. I mean, it's a man that probably is used to standing when he pees. Like, how's he supposed to know he's supposed to sit in your house? Like there's some rule that only applies within your four walls.
Because if you have that rule, you need to make a sign.
Yeah.
You must.
Dude, you dodged a bullet.
Yeah, I think he kind of feels that way. He just doesn't want to step in it again.
I don't know about this.
Is this something where is this a new thing that has happened in the world that I'm unaware of?
No, this is one of the oldest things of time. It's called a breakup.
Yeah, this girl might be a little set weird.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it'd be like yelling at someone for eating a sandwich. You're just doing now, unless you were in the bathroom spraying the walls down.
Yeah. Now, if there's noticeable splashes everywhere, then she does have a case. But if you got everything in the bowl and then you flushed, I don't see the problem.
Yeah, I would think so too. And right now, 90% of people are saying it is not rude to stand to pee in a stranger's house.
Who's the 10% though? Show your face.
That girl.
Show your face now.
It's not dudes, because I think, a lot of dudes stand to pee. It's quicker.
Yeah. Well, I think now at least you know what you're running into. He ran into the 10% of people that would be upset, and probably even a smaller percent that would actually call you out on it, make a big deal out of it, and just kind of ruin the...
Shame you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so. All right, what about this one? This person wants to know if they're a jerk for threatening divorce. Says, my husband and I, we've been married for 10 years. We got 5 kids. Oof. I'm a stay-at-home mom, a decision we made together. Well, 3 years ago, my mother-in-law had a stroke after refusing medication for high blood pressure. Now she has aphasia and uses a wheelchair most of the time. Though she has a caretaker and a nurse, she's extremely difficult. She's gone through several caregivers after being verbally and physically abusive. So my husband, her only surviving child, initially helped to get her settled after the discharge from the hospital. But over time, he's now visiting, and it's turned into regular sleepovers because she lives an hour away from us. Last month, he only spent 1 week at home, and our youngest is just 15 months old. And they barely recognize him because they see him so little. When I brought this up, he accused me of being heartless. I told him I'm basically living as a single parent. And then I mentioned divorce, and that's when he flipped out. For context, my father-in-law bought our home for us and used to be the peacemaker before he passed. My husband refuses to consider a care home because he believes it would worsen his mother's condition and fears abuse. When we spoke again, he broke down, saying his mother is dying and he wants to be with her. He said my divorce threat was cruel. I just don't know what to do anymore, but was I wrong for doing that? Look, I think sometimes people do this. They say something, they feel powerless and out of desperation. They say something to try to get a reaction, or just you're showing how desperate you are. I don't know that you meant that. I don't think it was the right comment. I don't know that you even meant that. He took it the wrong way. You got high emotions going on with this thing. I can understand you're in a very challenging situation. I get why you're frustrated with all this. You're not going to change it by dropping out the divorce. And you got 5 kids, been together for 10 years.
How difficult would it be to move her closer to his home?
Yeah.
Like, you guys can't be the main caretaker for his mother if you live an hour away. That's not feasible for either situation. If you want to be the main caretaker for your mother, then you have to move her close to you.
So would she be too difficult if he said, you know what, why don't I just move her into our house?
I don't think that's the right move.
Okay, I'm just saying.
She's physically violent. I don't think that's the right move.
He'd be like, hey, I'll be home all the time.
No. You should put her in some sort of facility or assisted living or a place where she can have care and she's close to you but not with you.
He doesn't believe in the care. That's where the hang up is, because he believes that any place that is going to be a care facility, that things will go haywire, and he wants to be the one that is dealing with the care. She doesn't want to go in there.
Honestly, that sounds so cozy to me. Just care facility.
Where does this guy work?
Yeah, where you can do this.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious too. How's he have this kind of money to have 5 kids to be able to take that much time off to care for your mom?
And drive an hour back and forth to go care for her wherever she is?
First thought I had too.
That's weird.
Yeah, I almost emailed her back and be like, hey, can we talk finances? But
What's going, does his boss know?
maybe
He works remote.
Maybe he's got his own business, and maybe he's got
Maybe.
people who takes care of a lot of the work. Maybe he's got that kind of luxury. So, yeah, I don't think using divorce is a very good bargaining chip. Look, if you're going to throw that out, you better mean it. And it had better be to the place where you've tried everything. Because I've seen that. People use the big D, the big old divorce, as a bartering manipulative chip. And that's not right, ever. Because once you lay that out there and you've opened that door, you only have yourself to blame if they take you up on it.
Well, now your partner is going to be thinking about that nonstop.
Right, yeah.
Like, that's now his primary worry in life.
Right.
Is that you're about to divorce him. So
I would encourage couples to never say that word
until you mean it.
Until it's absolutely, we're here and this is my last straw and it's going to happen. Because if you use that as just something to say in a moment of frustration, it's not a good thing. So you irreversibly damage your relationship.
Even if you don't move mom into a facility, maybe you get her a little apartment. It has to be close to your home.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's probably another situation there. You and your husband just need to talk this through, and you need to keep the word divorce off your lips. You're kind of a jerk for saying that. Don't do it. I do understand your frustration, but you need to negotiate this better than using the word divorce.